Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I have another fun game to share with you. This one contains one of the most beautiful combinations I've ever seen, and for what it's worth, I've been at the game for what's close to now 30 years. Yeah, in short, this one ranks very high in my eyes. This game was played between two guys whose names could not afford a vowel, Team White, Czech Grandmaster Lubomir Fatachnik, Team Black, Yugoslavian Grandmaster Nd2 Ne8. This was played in Germany, 1997. Let's have a look. d4, knight f6. We're heading for a King's Indian defense. Let's see which one of these black pawns, in the end, turns out to be most deadly. e5, striking where white is weakest. Black continues this until white flinches. Knight e7, and we have the very heavily theorized Mardel-Plata variation of this opening. It's one of those great races in the game. White pressing forward on the queen side, launching pawns, looking for some open files. Black, on the other hand, pressing forward on the king side, usually coming up a little bit behind time-wise, but, you know, once you do crack open the king side some, there's a nice little prize at the end, namely that white king. Yeah, his position plenty of times has been shown to be a liability. Knight to d2, knight to e8. The king knights are clearing the way for the f-pawns to rumble. b4, f5, c5, knight f6, f3, f4. So the next pawn break for black will be g4. Knight to c4. White is directing a lot of pressure against d6. This will continue. g5, a4, knight g6, bishop a3, indirect pressure against d6. Rook to f7 is one of these key moves in the Mardel-Plata variation, multi-purpose move, vacating f8 for the bishop to help reinforce the d6 point. Also some key lateral defense against c7, possible invasion on c7, and additionally there are some aggressive intentions behind it. Rook g7 can follow, placing the rook opposite the white king. b5, d takes c, bishop takes c, h5, a5, g4, b6. Black continues forward, g3, king h1. It's very important white not play h3. That pawn would stick out like a sore thumb and be snapped off immediately. With queen to c8 to follow, the queen would then not be denied the h3 square. Big trouble would follow for white. So king h1, what's the idea? It opens up g1 so the bishop can help defend. Knight h7, primary function, get out of the queen's way. Secondary, you're eyeing up g5. d6, queen h4, mate in one threat, bishop g1 is there to defend, h2, bishop h3, inviting white to take the bishop. On pawn takes bishop, queen takes pawn, threatens a mate in one, white would have to play rook to f2, that rook would be captured, and we would have a very messy, very unclear position. White does not go for pawn takes bishop here. Instead, plays b takes c, completely overlooking this beautiful combination I spoke of at the beginning of this video. So this right here is the moment. Black to move. If you'd like to, and I would encourage you to pause the video, I think it would be very rewarding for you if you can come up with this beautiful combination. Go ahead, pause the video, and see if you can get it. Okay. If you found bishop takes g2 on move 1, well done. That's the first key move. And now the second key move, queen to h3. How awesome is this? If the king runs in the corner, g2 mate, killer pawn. King takes queen follows. So we're sacrificing a bishop to lure the king forward a rank. We're now sacrificing a queen to lure the king another rank forward, and now we throw a knight into the mix, knight g5, and now we push the king back a rank. The next knight follows, knight to h4, and before this pawn can go to g2 on the next move, this is where white throws in the towel. White resigns after knight to h4. Why? Well, king h1, talk about a killer ending. g2 would follow with the fork with mate. What a finish that is. We had a bishop sack, a queen sack, two knights dropping in, then pressing the king back. He was invited forward 2 ranks, pushed back 2 ranks, and before the pawn could end up giving him a jab and a half, he ends up resigning at this moment right here. But what a fantastic finish to this one. Multiple pieces involved in this combination, and as usual, I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave any feedback in the comment section below. I always look forward to your thoughts on this one. What'd you think of it? Let me know in the comment section below, and I hope you're having a great day. That's all for now. Take care. Bye.